I had a travel agency back in Berlin, and in 2010 I had a veterans hockey team from Vienna as customers, and they wanted to have a trip through the whole of India and also have some friendly matches, hockey matches. And during that trip we went to a small little remote village in Rajasthan, and ahead of this we decided we have a small practice session with the kids there. It was a hot April afternoon, the sun was burning like hell, dusty, and the kids of the village were excited. We were the first foreigners that they have ever seen in their life. Then it was such a fulfilling, amazing afternoon that on the way back to Jaipur, I thought that somehow I should continue that. I thought that that might change the life of the kids. And I am what I am through sports, especially through hockey, a team sports. Hockey gave me so much and taught me so many skills that I thought that's the need of the hour for these kids. So I closed my travel agency in Berlin and I shifted to that little village. So my parents obviously thought now she went completely crazy, and my friends also couldn't believe what I'm doing. But I think that was actually the point. I wanted to give back. I learned to live with very little, which also gave me great happiness, because it taught me, all these Western things that we have are too much. And I learned to be grounded and simple in life, and I learned to adjust to any kind of situations. For me, this was like an adventure playground. I could make the impossible things possible, and I could give all this back to these kids. I was like the mother for everybody. That made me very proud what we achieved, and that made me think that I should show them also my culture. So I took 5 boys with me to Germany for 2 months in their summer vacations. And for me, I had tears in my eyes when we took off, because I thought, wow, this is so amazing. But the kids, kids adjust so fast. They were just sitting in their chairs, put on their headsets, and were watching some Bollywood movies on the flight. I felt like I'm in a movie. Then at a point of time when I was literally bankrupt because all my savings were over, I had to pick up a job in Mumbai. That was in 2015. So I was heading the sports department of an international school. And there I got to know Aditya, who was also working in my department. And we started dating, and his mindset was like-minded. He was into basketball, I was into hockey, but we all wanted to give something back through sports. And I realized that teaching the rich kids in Mumbai, in Juhu, that have everything, that grow up in a bubble, I'm replaceable. Somebody else can also do this. But in the village back in Rajasthan, nobody will go there. So there I'm needed. So I asked Aditya if he will join me there and help me. So we both moved back to Rajasthan after a year in Mumbai. Well, I think we are best buddies, best friends, and he is also somebody who's calming me down, because I'm sometimes very high on energy and have thousands of ideas at a time, and he's the one who's bringing me down to base and says, let's take it one step at a time. So I think we balance each other quite well. And I also don't feel that he's from a different culture. We are one. We met and it clicked. And even with his family or with my family, there is no question of cultural differences or anything. So in 2017, the hockey village came to an end. So we had to search for a new living, a new space, because we also needed to make a living somehow. That was an NGO, and well, I always felt bad to take foundation money even to sustain my life. I mean, it was just a hand-to-mouth thing, but still. And then we needed a new focus in our life. But in our free time, we would always travel to Goa. We would stay in Nagonda on the beach in a little beach hut, and that was always a lovely place. But after 3 days of omelette with toast and watery instant coffee, we were craving for a good breakfast. And that's where the idea came up that we should start a bakery. We took the step, we shifted to Goa, and we somehow trained ourselves during the pandemic with the help of a German baker who was sitting in Germany. We have 2 foster kids from the earlier hockey village, a girl that is now in Mumbai, and Rohit, he's working here. They are grown up now, so it's less of a problem. They don't need much of our time. First of all, I love India because of the climate. I'm not a winter person. I don't like cold climate. I get in a very bad mood. One thing that India taught me to take things relaxeder and not to bother about what the others say about me. It's not about my status or something. I would explode literally, like, let's take the traffic or something. Here it doesn't make sense if you explode because, there is just chaos on the street and you have to deal with it. And that's with any situation in life, you just have to find a solution. And I find a solution to any problem, so I learned how to do jugaad. Actually that is also something that the kids were teaching me. They have a solution to anything. If something gets broken or doesn't work, they know how to repair things or how to get somebody who can repair it. And that was a great learning for me. The funny thing is that I always considered myself as a citizen of the world. And the longer I stay here in India, the more I get somehow connected to my homeland and to my culture. You have your culture deep within you. You can't erase that. One fun fact is that in the morning during baking, we listen to a radio channel that is from my hometown. I hear the weather forecast and when the Christmas market in my hometown is happening and all that. So that connects me. Freedom means for me my family, the place where I stay, where I live, the people that I meet. And so I have my bike here, I can roam around in the sunshine and I can go to the beach, I can take a swim, I can sip a cocktail. So, well, it's like living in a place where others make holiday, basically. So I feel I'm a part of this country. Even if others still see my skin color and I'm a foreigner for them, I feel this is my home and this is where I belong and this is where I spent my life with my partner, and I don't feel I'm a foreigner.